or 28th?
26 would be on a Tuesday, 28 would be on a Thursday when Angel could be here.
Both those days.
Thursday, the 28th, I think that's probably okay.
And you want to shoot for the 26th on Tuesday.
No, the only thing I got on the 28th is an appointment with the barber. So you want to go
What about 26?
What do you have, 26?
26th? I have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon at 2:00. So
What about earlier in the day? We're done at like 10 o'clock.
staff meeting, Thursday would be better for me. I can choose Thursday, the 28th, whatever time you want.
Well, the only thing I don't like about that is we're putting it out pretty far.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have to have more than one. See? You know, by the time we get it finalized and get it back to her or whatever, so she can have it all done for us by the 9th. See what I mean?
Yeah. So you want to shoot for the 26th at?
You're gonna be on the road all next week?
Yeah, I am.
Well,
Well, I get back, sometime on Thursday. I don't know what time though.
what if we,
But I could do Tuesday at lunchtime if I had to. I'll just,
the 26th, you mean?
yeah.
What do you
Well, we
guys
could-
think?
we
I don't
could-
really wanna wait that long.
We could, don't want to wait till 26. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
no, but if,
second meeting maybe, but the first meeting's gotta be before that.
What about
But-
Thursday? 14th,
this Thursday,
this Thursday.
that's okay with me.
I'll make it work.
Just give me a time, because there's gotta be the three of you here, or Bob, one of us, we gotta have at least three to work on it.
1:00? Or do you want to go for, is 1:00 okay?
You guys set the time, I don't care.
No matter to me.
All right, 1:00.
1 o'clock? That's okay with me. Okay. That's the
That's the
14th,
14th.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, motion made, we did that. The motion will be for the public hearing on the 9th, but we're gonna have a
Budget meeting.
budget meeting.
We're gonna schedule 2 of them.
Well, no, because we can schedule the second one after that day, see how far we get.
Okay.
So the motion will be made, I need a motion to carry this meeting instead of closing it today on out to the 14th
At 1:00.
at 1 o'clock to work on the budget.
So moved.
Sorry.
Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Okay. Now, the per diem, Russ went vacationing a couple weeks ago and he had to eat. And what's our policy on per diem? We haven't paid much per diem in quite a while, so most towns are like $50 to $55 per meal per day. I mean, not per meal, per day. So, go from there. How many days were you gone? 4 days?
Go back, left Tuesday, back Friday.
So it'd be $200. $200, 4 days, right?
You didn't spend 200 though.
Yeah.
You didn't spend that much.
How much you spend?
All I brought.
Yeah, it's in the vouchers.
Oh,
Where'd you have to go?
Sarasota Springs.
For, was it training or
The
like
highway superintendent's
conference?
Yeah.
Where'd you guys stay? The Hilton there or?
Then we got $50 down here. Who got 930?
Oh, yeah, someone.
How many
If it was over, I
folks?
just gave them the 50.
Oh, wait.
But
Was it-
see,
was
you
it
can
all
see
63
one
counties?
day was
What is
only
it, 66
34, one day
counties
was
we have?
37.
Yeah, it was packed.
All right.
There was only
Any deputies go or
which
just
one?
all,
It's under the general.
all the electeds?
Highway.
Correct.
Any deputies?
all superintendent.
Okay, they're all elected.
Elected.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess they are appointed in some
Some
municipalities, aren't they?
Some, yeah.
All right. What rooms they have you meeting in?
What's that?
They have you meeting in those little short rooms up in the back hallway?
No, the big ballroom.
Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, the IT directors conference hosted there for years. Then we generally had about $160,000 spend. They told us we were too small for them. And they wouldn't give us our preferred dates anymore. That was pre-pandemic. And that was to their demise because we found a new host in the Syracuse Grand Hotel, newly refinished by the Marriott, which is just stunning. But yeah,
Wow.
that's why I was surprised when it was at the Hilton in Saratoga Springs.
I mean, I never been up there, but it was nice, you know. I mean, walking distance.
Oh yeah,
Well, you
it's
know,
a good location.
half of the restaurants down through that strip they come around it.
Or are we just paying for meals?
How'd you pay for the room, Russ, on the card?
Yeah.
And that was just for you, right? You didn't stay, sleep with anybody with COVID.
That's my wife.
We don't pay for her.
So yeah, IT's directors conference was last week also. We were in Syracuse.
You got about what, 60, 70, and 50 is 120 for meals and 198 for mileage. You didn't drive the truck then, huh? So. I don't have a problem with it. You just gotta make a motion to pay them. That's all.
I make a motion we pay.
Second,
And the motion made and seconded to pay them, those bills. All in favor, say aye. The only, how much you got left in your for contractual, where you getting,
No, that's your.
or did you have anything in training or? dues?
oh, I don't even know where I put that. I don't. But you must have enough there, don't you? $632 left, so keep aware of that. I don't know, maybe there's some things out of that that should be out of another line. I don't know. I'd have to look at all the vouchers, but there's enough to pay that anyway. Well, now, when your bill comes in for your room though, where was that? Is that in here?
Yeah, that's under business card.
Which number?
Oh, Seems like it was before that.
It's not on the first page, so that's, yeah,
$537.
Right.
it's what?
$537 is.
What line number? you're looking at?
It's, abstract number 87, voucher number 87. It's on the last page,
87?
827, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 827.
Okay. Well, then you'll have to figure out where to transfer money from, because you're out of money in your contractual. If you use that. So. Okay.
Health insurance renewal.
Huh?
You're at the health insurance renewal.
Okay, the health insurance renewal, I put it in the budget, the same as we had last year. There, it's about a 10% increase. The breakdown on it is about 10%. We got plenty enough in there, and I don't want to lower that number. We got enough in there to cover for next year without touching it, so
Okay.
over what it was last year. So I don't want to touch it. I don't want to lower it.
Right.
So we're good on that.
Do you need a resolution now to renew for next year?
Yes.
Yes, we do. That's in here.
That's the consortium again, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we think so. Boy, it's getting kind of late to start another.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to renew,
Well, didn't we have?
with Tioga County for,
3 years, you have
next
to.
year.
I'll second.
It's a 3-year deal, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to worry about
We
it.
had
Yeah.
to stay with them anyway.
Yeah.
I'll second Jerry's motion. It was, so,
Motion made and seconded for the health insurance program to stay with the Greater Tompkins County.
Nice. Nice.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I guess that brings up another question. When they made the presentation, we were supposed to have representation on the committee. We've never,
Yes, we have.
Congratulations.
Yes, we have.
Thought about that a while ago. I never heard anything more about it.
Well, actually, Tiffany and I are both representatives, but
Russ.
Okay.
Tiffany's doing all
So
Have you been satisfied? with
they,
it?
Tiffany's doing all the heavy
they have a monthly meeting today or?
They do. They do.
Uh,
Yeah, just a time right
I
there
haven't
during the
heard
day.
any complaints all year.
Yeah.
Until they got the notice that it was going out.
Yep, and everything stayed the same. The only changes, they, addition of 4 municipalities, town of Irwin, Grove, and villages of Minoa and Fayetteville. That's it. Everything else, all the coverages, everything stayed the same.
They added those 4.
Yes, that's the only difference in the changes from last year's to this year's.
Operation Greenlight.
It's not gonna work.
What's our person anyway?
Yellow light,
Can't find one?
red light.
No,
No, green light.
no. I asked him, because I was gonna make Angel go up on the ladder, but he came over and said, the same one as they have over there, and we can't get it.
Can't get them? Okay,
Not
green
for them.
paint.
Not for them. Like to date, like, no, no.
And that's the only lights we have outside.
She's got a screw involved, that ain't no screw involved.
Which one? It's down here.
It's in your packet.
It's like an
Operation Greenlight.
LED thing. Funky looking thing in there, don't screw in there, I don't know what it does. You can
Really?
Look right up from the bottom, see it.
Bob, don't those LED lights still screw into them outside lights like out here on the porch? Well, no, I'm talking about the one out here on the front of the, where you come in up the steps here, in the building. I thought they screwed in.
Green light.
Yeah, I got it. But some of them, Louis, they're that big.
Yeah, I know, the older ones are. That's why I said to her on the
okay, Adam
phone, I
gave
was
me
talking
time.
to her about it today. You sure you can get them in a green light? Because they got the big screw in. They're not like
I
a,
looked at this
Surprised
one,
Marty didn't tell me about this at first.
and we don't
I
have
gave
one over
myself
our shop.
one.
And so for the nicer one.
well, I'm certainly in favor of doing it. We can
Well,
do
I guess
it,
I
but
do
if
have
we
one.
can't do it, I don't know how we're gonna do it.
I only got one page.
Put a lamp in the window.
Yeah, I didn't do that, but it was just.
Well, and you
You're only
know,
gonna see it at night.
but that ain't gonna do nothing for town.
How
See what I
about,
mean?
how about we make, our sign green with white letters?
Well, I was gonna ask
And
you about
everything's
that.
just
too.
green background with white letters for a period of time.
We can change the
Then we
colors
just
on
green
that.
out the sign.
Right, gotcha.
I was gonna ask you about that, because when I drove by it today, I'm thinking, why can't we make that green?
There you go.
Hmm.
I suppose I could take my orange off now.
Yes, I know, we're killing your pumpkin season, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you like my little pumpkin thing?
Okay,
But yeah, green with white letters, everything would read real easy. You couldn't do any graphics, but,
Take care of that tomorrow.
and maybe one of the messages is why the board is green too.
Yeah.
uh, now. Want to pay the bills and then work on the budget a while?
I'll make a motion to pay the general fund $18,269.77.
Second.
Oh, before that, guys, I need to say, we did not get the comptroller report in. If it comes in by Thursday, can we add it to the abstract for general? That's for the court, the bill for the court. It would say the
Oh,
state.
because we're gonna be gathering again on Thursday anyways. The budget will, or the meeting will still be
Yeah,
held
we
open.
can.
Okay,
Can we
Yeah.
modify it?
Yeah, condition on the meeting.
right,
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do that.
yeah.
So motion was made to pay the general fund for $18,269.77 as presented, and possibly have to modify it at the extension of this meeting on the 14th.
Yeah, 14th, yes.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed? Carried. Highway fund bills are 36,348.03.
Second,
Second.
I got 2 seconds
I'll first.
Yeah.
and a first for the highway fund bills. 36,348.03. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Second option.
Carried. Okay. You all got your copies of the budget?
I left mine at home.
well,
Did you?
the age one's there.
Oh, yeah, I do, yeah, yeah.
That's because I only printed out the age one to you guys, because the DA didn't change. That was just the update that I called you guys about.
Okay.
Do you want me to print off some DAs?
Well, I missed that part of it anyway, but it didn't change. I'll got one in from last year, right? Fuel. I don't know. I didn't see Russ as part of the budget, but the fuel's in the A part, right? No, it's in the DA. It's in the DA. Did you change it?
I thought so. I haven't seen that.
I thought you, I thought I read it. and I'm not sure.
I'm looking. Did you look at it, Bob? What's it say?
I don't have nothing.
I don't have DA, just A, because that's all that changed.
It's gonna probably take a big jump there, right?
Good, yeah,
Good, come May, yeah.
it's already taking a big jump in it.
Is that when they renew the contract? I thought it was July that we know, school,
April.
April they renew.
Yeah, but that don't affect us until April, so
Yeah, because right now we're just buying off Scotts.
we're buying it off
Oh,
Scott Smith just
okay.
like we were before, we're just. Yeah,
Yes. Yep. So to get it
Thanks,
back on the
Adam.
internet, put it in the airplane mode, we took it out, and- but that's, I don't know if that's the laptop or our router. We'll have to figure that out. We drop it, we go offline. Goes offline and ends the meeting. Yeah. So, sure looked like it. Kind of weird. All right.
Let's do the revenues first. We'll get into that.
that 1001. I have it in at 2% increase, okay?
Right.
And if we address that now,
That's something.
we may want to go back and put it to where it's at originally by the time we get through the rest of the program. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, there ain't no sense changing it 20 times to get through the
Right.
budget.
Right. We can skip that one.
Well, what, I was gonna say, what is the cap this year, the two?
Well, it's 2% every year, but it's,
Well, 2% of the
but it's
price of
somebody,
inflation, whatever, it's
What's
lower,
ours
right?
this year?
pardon?
What's ours this year?
I don't know. I think it's 1.6. I think somebody told me 1.6.
Okay. That's
You haven't mentioned it along, usually you have it.
Yeah,
Mentioned.
I think it's 1.6, but that's at 2%. But after I put it in there, I'm thinking, we haven't used any of that money yet, the pilot programs. And then I wanted to check with Doug, which I did, because those two pilots that are going in up there, one on Glen Mary and one on 17C here. But neither one of them are probably, according to Doug, ever gonna be up and running by the end of this coming year, okay? The one up on Glen Mary Drive, the permit's not issued yet, they haven't started any construction. And winter's coming.
We've
So,
got poles set down by Glenmary Drive to tie into the three-phase line. On Goodrich's, you mean?
no,
No, I know.
No,
I
Goodrich
know,
is a-
by-
Blue Road.
Goodrich's will be up and running,
Blue Road.
hopefully by the first of the year.
Oh.
But the
Oh,
one
this
up
is
on Blue
Oh,
Road,
this on Blue Road you're talking about.
But
and then
then,
the one on 17C.
now 17C, they haven't even issued a permit yet,
No, well, they haven't on either one of them.
Oh.
Uh,
but the one on Goodrich is, Did Doug say they're only gonna do half of it, just do one of them this year?
Yeah, whatever part of it's up and running, but whatever part they'll have done, that's what, a 10 megahertz? We're
Megawatt.
doing 5 this
They're
year,
doing
and
five.
5 and 5.
That's
So,
that's a big field.
yeah, $4,000 a megahertz, there'd be 5 of them, that's $20,000, and we'll get about approximately a third of that. Added to the, well, what is it this year, 15,000 in the pilot that we collected for the ones.
More than that.
We got like 35. I think. Oh, between both, I think we have like 35, 34, 35. Got-
So none of that is figured into this.
No, it's not
No.
even figured into the,
We're not
We
showing that
haven't made
revenue at
any
all
kind of-
anywhere, huh?
We haven't made any kind of decision where we wanna put it under.
Yeah.
So that, you see, we need to get into the details of that before we adjust this number for property taxes. See what I mean? I have it in the budget for budgeting purposes at this point, because I had to have a tentative budget together at a 2% increase. But it's possible we can take the pilot programs and take that 2% and cut it back to 0. Because they do not reflect the pilot programs, that number. So, but again, I don't want to screw around with that number until.
Right. For the end. But another thing we're gonna have to be looking about, and when we're looking at these new ones coming on, that we're not gonna face now, but the one over in the Wiggle on Montrose Turnpike, they would not accept a pilot. And they want
The
to be,
solar company,
the solar company will not accept a pilot, they're gonna go tax exempt. And we don't know how to handle it. They're
how
trying
can
to,
they go tax exempt?
because I don't know how this one down here go tax exempt. One on Don Burns is tax exempt because we didn't offer them a pilot.
Was that our screw
But
up?
Doug says the county's completely confused how they're gonna handle it. They're going to the, the loan one of the county, the
IDA?
IDA, and see if they can do anything, come up with anything.
So we can't ever get any tax money out of this one down here?
This one down here in Don Burns, Bob says it wasn't big enough to have a.
Well, how did that go down, Bob? It wasn't,
You got 60 days to set up a pilot. If you don't do it, then it goes back and I'm pretty sure then you can tax it by the value of it.
yeah, don't, isn't their property assessment reflect the tax increase on that?
According to
Denise knows more about that. I'm pretty
According
sure.
to Denise, according to Denise, they filed for tax exempt.
Well, how can,
We're not getting anything. for it.
how can they file for tax exempt?
It was
How can
something
they,
with Cuomo's weird pilot law on solar
Yes.
farms.
Yeah,
And, but I think that's no longer, I think new ones, there's new rules and new ones don't fall into that completely tax exempt category anymore.
but
bet on
that's,
if anything,
but
they'll
that-
all be tax exempt.
And it seems sketchy that if the town offered them a pilot within the right time frame, I think they have to accept it.
yeah, I think so too, but what Bob's saying, or what that was not offered, right?
It was
Bob?
offered outside of the time frame, so they
Yeah.
said,
Never offered it one
Yeah, it
person.
seemed like there was something.
Because he was thinking the tax
60
would-
days.
yeah.
the taxes wouldn't be any more than what they pay normally on the land, is what he figured, so.
Yeah.
So apparently we never done that.
Not on Berkeley.
So that's been there, 2 years now?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm not sure how that hardly seems quite fair.
No.
Because it's
talk to
not,
Denise
you're
about
not
that.
wrong. It's not fair. You're not wrong.
I'll have to talk with Denise about that. But anyway, for budget purposes, that's what I'm getting at is that,
We got, what money we got coming from the pilot now is not figured in anything yet.
no, that's right. And there'll be the new one coming on and probably by the end of next year will be the additional one. 5 megs there on Goodrich's and then whatever happened with the other two, the one up on Swansboro's and the one on Glenmary.
And a lot depends on how that one comes over there on Montreal Turnpike. If they can get out of it, believe me, all the solar farms will follow. They're probably watching it close now.
Mhm.
If they can get out of a pilot program, you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
And how can they get out of it if they,
well,
It was offered.
unless Tioga didn't get it offered in the time frame allowed. Like we.
boy, I
did here
can't
on
believe
Central.
that
I know, but
would have
I
happened.
don't know.
Yeah, because that was stretched a long time going on because it was fought so bad.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of opposition to it and they kept postponing it,
But
but
until it's finally approved, you should have,
check with Doug, Doug knows all about that.
Yeah,
you should have
Yeah,
60 days
we will.
from the time it's approved, not from the time you just start discussing it.
Right.
Because they cut the acres down quite a bit on it.
okay. Well,
All right.
we're gonna skip that line till the 001. And we'll go on to 1090, because 001A is the omitted tax. And so we got that in it.
Same as last
5,000.
year.
Kept it at 5. Okay. Why did we cut it
Well,
back?
really, yeah, because really, we budgeted 10,000. Modified. we cut
Well,
it back
yeah,
to
but we've
5.
only taken in 2,500 for the first 6 months.
That's probably why it was cut back. The modified cut it back.
Well, we wouldn't have modified the budget after the first of the year, after we adopted this budget.
No.
It's been modified, but why is it cut back? But that's as of July, see.
Yeah, July 24th. we modified it.
Yeah, I don't recall modifying it.
Neither do I, because we would have had to do, the modification would have had been action in this room, right? When we
Yeah.
cut it from 10 to 5,
Would
because
have
we
been-
adopted it at 10.
Would have had to be a resolution.
Seems like it.
I'll ask her about that. We'll figure that out. There was a reason for it, though. What the heck was it?
I imagine there was.
Tax distribution by the county, I left it the same. Okay, but when you look at the actual, we left it at 95,000 and as of
I thought you-
September, well,
I thought you got it at, well, yeah,
as of September, we collected 88,000 of that,
but for you proposed budget, you got it 100,000.
100%. No. Oh, wait a minute, you're right, I did, increased it 5,000.
Right.
Yeah,
Took it up to 100, from 95 to 100. I'm looking at 21 and modified 21. Yeah, took it up to 100. Okay, because as of the end of September, we've collected 88,231. That's actual.
Right.
Okay, so we still got 4 months to go.
And Tioga down is going pretty heavy now.
You know, he'll be even busier right now. I mean, you know, football's
Right.
just
Oh,
kicked in.
Right.
231, that was as of September divided by 9. That's $9,800 a month
And that's what,
10
and a lot of
grand.
that time.
Times
10 grand, that's
closed
another
down.
30.
times 12, so that line should be 117,000 by the end of the year. Okay? We budgeted 95 and it should be 117 by the end of the year.
Excellent.
So,
You wanna go 115?
well, I hate to,
110?
I like the 100.
Well,
If he can live within 100, if it's more than that, it goes into the reserves.
yeah,
Well, reserve or
Or
unexpended
No,
dollars.
wherever we have to
How
have.
about
it.
105?
Yeah,
Sounds like an auction. Hey, about it.
we can leave it for 100 right now. Go on, see where we come out.
Franchises, 18,000, same as the last 2 years, but if you'll notice back the end of so far this year, we've only collected 6,500 and probably not gonna get a lot more because franchises are all paid at the beginning of the year.
Really?
So, yeah,
Why is it
so-
so low?
why did it go from 18,000 for the last 2 or 3 years to 6,500? I don't know.
Well, 2020, it says it was 24.9.
That's what it says in 24/4 and 19.
Then we're down
Did
to,
everybody pay?
can't believe why, if they're already paid, how come we're so low?
And these franchises would be what? The cable franchises,
Right,
right?
and they're all
Hey,
paid at the county.
Spectrum,
Yeah, Spectrum and Hafley.
That's the only two. The only two
yeah.
is.
County not cut us a check?
And
They
usually is.
both paid
increased.
this year?
They paid the franchise and stuff, they usually do that, give them, well, no, it's ACH, Angel would have that, yeah, it's going automatic now, franchise food. They don't even send me a check anymore, they just go right to the account. I don't really appreciate it.
We got everything recorded.
That'd be an Angel question.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
ask
we
her
gotta
about
check
that.
with Angel on that.
That seems a little strange.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
especially
I
that.
mean,
amount.
the last 2 years have been almost $25,000.
Yeah, where's the beat?
Why would it not be the same?
You know, why would it drop to less than half?
Okay, we'll ask her
We
about
just-
that Thursday.
Yeah.
Park rental income, clerk's fees. $300, left it at $300. And
Or no, I think she needs to upsell.
we've taken in $222. So,
Sure, I can't get you a lifetime fishing license?
Right,
the overpaid and penalties, what's going on there? Because so far with this tonight's report that I'm looking at, we haven't taken a nickel in there yet. Budgeted 7643 for 21, no.
Is that because
Well,
of
that's
capital?
what we
No, no,
taken
no,
in
no,
for
I'm
July.
sorry, pardon me?
That's what we took in through July.
Yeah,
76.
7643, took it in.
But there was nothing budgeted for this year.
I wonder. Maybe she's credited that to, maybe she's changed some numbers around there on them lines.
Yeah.
But I
Possibility.
mean, if we did over 7K through 6 months, feels like we should be budgeting about at least 10K worth of revenue there.
We'll have to straighten that one out. Thursday too.
Well, wouldn't you only get?
Uh,
Like that be only affected, that line only affected at tax time.
I was gonna say, after it would be affected the second half, it would only be done till now, yeah, over with.
Right.
You're not gonna get any after that,
Well, yeah, because it gets turned over to the county.
right? And they don't generally give us any.
Well, that law has changed.
for what now?
Under the penalties, overpaid penalties and fees for tax account, that's not going to change. It's only
Yeah.
gonna be the first half of the year.
Oh, that's all you get is the 76?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
it.
so
Yeah,
the
that's
5K
it.
is right, Liv.
Yeah,
The 5K is right.
But,
yeah, that's all said and done
Lex,
by May.
except if anything wasn't paid, gets turned over to the county. But now. they
Well, where
check-
does she take in that diversion program money?
But now they changed the law. If the county sells it at auction, the towns get the money for their parcels that are sold at
For the
auction.
unpaid taxes.
For the
That just
unpaid
happened.
taxes.
That happened last Thursday, so.
Anybody know who bought the big house there on Lyle Road?
No, Denise doesn't know yet.
I see it was all
Oh,
lit up.
2612.
Lyle,
I found it.
Where Rupp used to live.
Yeah?
Where, who used to live?
Rupp,
Chris,
Chris.
AKA Emmanuel.
AKA who?
He was calling himself Emmanuel for a little while,
Oh,
which was pretty offensive to me. Because Emmanuel means God with us, and by no means was he God. So,
And you're talking
not
about
when he was in
Rook,
dress.
what Rook?
no, and not when one of his kids was dating my kid either.
Right.
So, yeah,
It was Chris, right?
yes.
Is that the house that BB?
On the left, a big house had a little solar field.
Oh, no. I thought
Right,
you,
marijuana plants.
But
I thought you was talking about it for Heights.
Oh, no.
Okay,
it's October. He better be careful. The deer's gonna eat those on there.
Oh, he sits out by them all. Every time you go by, he's sitting up there. I swear. I swear. People have to go.
I'm gonna have to go for a ride. I am. I'm gonna go for a ride tomorrow in the daylight.
what are you talking about? I'm
I'm
not
West
paying
Whitcomb.
attention to you guys. I'm trying to figure here, but what are you talking about now?
On West Whitcomb Hill Road.
Who's sitting out there? The guy
Guy has a house.
that little red house. you
with the
were talking about?
marijuana? Well, it wasn't red last time I was there. They must have painted it, or was it?
No, it's always been red.
Just right there at the split, just beyond there on the left.
Yeah, where,
It goes up into the point with Lyle Road.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was the janitor there for a while. Rex Ross, wasn't it? Rex. Rex. His last name was Ross. He was the janitor over here at school for years.
I mean,
Nels Rock?
Huh?
Nels Rock was.
Okay.
No. His name was Rex.
A little premature.
Me and Dave were patching one day, quite a few years ago, and here he laid up by his van, just like his legs crossed, his arms crossed. We went patching, we come back, and he's still laying there.
Oh, you want another look, huh?
Yeah, and I said, is this guy dead? So I hollered at him, I said, Rex, he didn't move. So I went over and shook him. He wasn't moving, but he was breathing, you could see him breathing, I called 911, squad come, he had a stroke. And he
Really?
must have laid down outside, and he finally died, but he was alive when they took him.
Good call. Fortunate you didn't throw a rock at him, huh? Hey, wake up.
But the house has been empty for I don't know how many years.
Hmm.
Into these folks Well, I think they're from the city, I think.
Well, this is so far out in the country. Yeah. All right.
Okay, 1603. Okay,
That's where I'm at.
vital stat, 1603.
They didn't change it.
We're at,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, a
16.
lot of people have been dying.
So
We raised it to 1,000.
we can raise it up. Well, are they gonna die? Are we gonna die off at the rate next year that we are this
I
year?
don't know, because they
Well,
died pretty much last year too. I mean, they've been dying quite a bit the last couple of years.
Well, even,
Honestly, like $2,000, I think it would be by the end of the year, at least. It would be like
I mean, not this Sunday, I didn't count it, but the week before, there was 40 deaths. And I don't think a single one of them was COVID, because
No.
I didn't go down through.
Like I said, the couple I'm personally familiar with, neither of them were. So yeah,
none of them have died from COVID this year.
Yeah,
in our town.
You wanna raise it to 1,000?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I would say 1,000. Let's raise it to 1,000.
Newark Valley, on the other hand, unfortunately had a COVID death.
Two
Newark Valley.
zero zero one.
That's Alexander.
Yeah.
oh, Alexander,
We're a little above the
Sheriff's deputy.
1,500 for the year, and that's
The
a part.
sheriff's deputy.
what'd you say?
The sheriff's.
Oh, deputy, yeah.
Senior investigator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was he
You ain't that
vaccinated?
old.
I left the Parks and Recreation alone.
My wife's telling me people are
We're a little bit over that,
Vaccinated.
but,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interest and earnings, which is 2401, and I left it alone. And right now we are short about half of what we left it alone, well, a third of what we left it alone at the 150, so we're 103. So I'll leave that alone. 000, business and occupational licenses 2501, 2000. And the actual collected for right now
1870.
1770 of July, end of July.
I'm looking at tonight,
Well,
Oh, you got
2160. So we're over on that.
I say 2K is a good place to stay. We're not that much over.
No,
I can leave that to.
so the next line, dog licenses. At 5,000. Put in 5,000. And so far, 2544 current to tonight. We're at 1901, no, I'm sorry, 3099 earned.
Okay.
So we're short about $2,000 there. So we don't dare raise that, but I think it'll come up by the end of the year. 'cause it's
That
getting toward the end.
should make up the difference. I-
Yeah, we're doing a numeration this next year now.
Well, that's what we need to talk about. Because we're getting kind of late in the year to get anything done for
Right.
this year, so.
Right.
If we're gonna do something next year, we'll have to put some money in to cover that somewhere.
Well, what,
I thought you left it in there.
There was 1,800 in it this year.
That's in there this year.
Right.
I don't know, we'll have to talk about that when we get to the
what did we
expenditures. I
do
think I
last
left
month
it
with
in.
that gal that was sure that was interested in doing it?
We told her we'd let her know.
I don't wanna get involved. But I did talk to,
There we go.
and they're interested in doing it. We just gotta set it up with him, and he'll do it, same price, $1 dog. But
That's Kyle, the same guy that's doing the dog control for us.
Yes.
Okay.
yes, So I guess with that being said, I'd rather throw my money right and stay in the same program, as long as they're willing to do it.
Yeah, we're doing shared services with them. We go on that. We'll
Yeah,
stick with that.
So,
What, time wise, he's not able to do it.
well, he
Yeah, for
wanted,
sure.
he wanted to wait till after the first year too.
He did, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he just, you know, their business and stuff, they just got too much to do this year because you have to hire a little help to do it. He has the help, but if he was gonna do it by the end of the year, he'd have to hire extra help. Because he got 2 or 3 girls that work with him now, or people. I know a couple of them are girls because I met them, but it'd be awful tough for him to try to get anything done this year, but he would start it if we wanted it to.
Well, I guess it's,
So,
the stuff,
it's gone this long, I guess, it's when we met.
everybody else is looking for help.
I better try to get it scheduled for after January 1st and go on.
okay, buildings and permits, $2,000 in there. We've taken in 3145 as of now.
But Doug said it's really slowed down.
Well, it will this time of year because people
Yeah.
already got their permits and they're trying to get it built now. So do you want to leave it low? Or up at 500?
Oh, we could go up 500.
Okay, we'll bump it up to 2,500. Fines and forfeitures and bails. We're at $10,000. I left that at 10,000. That is, we've only taken in 2,430 this year. That's a little short,
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
a lot short, in fact.
well, and probably part of it's due to the remote.
Or is it the bail reform?
Yeah, it's the thing that they don't,
There is no bail.
They
no
pay
bail,
no
they just
bail.
let them go.
Yeah,
So,
maybe we'll lower it then.
well, that's what I'm thinking. Somehow we gotta compensate there. We can't. If we got it in at $10,000 and only collected 2,400 this year,
Well,
I would say it's collected
When, I was gonna say,
7,500, yeah.
and when was the last time we got a payment? Was, have they like stopped since March? And really, we need to be thinking about zeroing this line. You know what I'm saying? That, when did this money just trickle up completely and dry out? Because if we're not getting any at all anymore because of the bail reform law, we should think about zeroing this. So
I
that would be
understand what
realistic.
you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I can answer that tonight, though.
The only one that could tell us for sure is Shelley.
And well, in Angel too, we could see the revenue coming in. When did it stop?
Well, probably,
Yeah, I can't see that here.
But that's an interesting question.
That would be to put it at 1,000. Because you're gonna get some fine money. Regardless.
Yeah,
when they get around to
Collected
the
That's
court.
probably what
Yeah.
the $2,500 is.
our fines,
It's
yeah.
pretty much just fines.
Yeah, probably.
Once they go to court and court's been held up, they have,
Let's,
doing a long time without even having court.
let's
Yeah,
knock
sure.
that 10,000 down to 2,000
Okay.
and we'll do a little research on that before we finalize this. If you get up to this safety building at all, ask them, or who takes care of that in the county office building?
All right. Feels like a question for Kirk, really. For Kirk's office.
Yeah, you ever get up there?
Oh, yeah, I talk to him all the time.
Ask
fact,
him.
He's hot on my case, right? He wants he just bought a new 85-inch TV for the courtroom and the cart hasn't arrived for it yet. So he's calling me all the time. Is my cart here yet?
So ask him the question, what's his prognosis on the bail reform for the next
Okay.
year?
Yeah, we're budgeting.
Yeah,
What-
tell him we're
What's your
way
crystal
down.
ball say? Yeah, cause yeah, we're 80% down.
75%,
Yeah,
yeah.
is that the norm now?
The answer might be yes to that. Yeah, based on what I've heard those guys saying in conversation, you know.
Yeah, I don't even know why they bother arrest anybody anymore. They go in one door and out the other.
Okay. The next line is 2612. Dog cases, I don't think we've spent much money at all this year, have we? For,
Oh, you mean 2611?
yeah, I went
That's all
to
zeros.
2612 and then I look back. No, we're at 0. So 2612, I left that at 011, right? I'm at 2,000 and we've taken in 900. No, I'm
No,
sorry, we've
taken in
taken in
1,100.
1,100. 900 unencumbered balance up.
And that 1,100 was as of end of July.
But,
You haven't got any update on that, see,
well, it's the end of September,
is what all you got is that.
1,100,
You
yeah.
got another.
It hasn't changed.
It
Okay.
hasn't changed. since
Well, it has,
July.
but they.
I would leave it at 2,000.
$26.50 scrap sale of equipment. There's excess materials. What do we, unless we haul the roller right on up to Whiteman's, what are we gonna get rid of?
Well, he's got stuff
Well,
going to sale.
you know, the sale of the truck
Yeah, I know.
and the air compressor and stuff like that.
Ah,
That'll probably bring that up.
They give you
Wow.
an estimate.
He's coming.
but you don't have anything
Thursday.
scheduled.
Coming Thursday, take pictures.
You don't have anything scheduled to get rid of other than the equipment.
Then treat.
I mean, I'm talking about junk and stuff. You don't have anything scheduled junk. What are we gonna do with that fuel oil tank?
I was gonna ask you that the other day. That's registered with the DEC, so
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to them.
I'm gonna have to talk to them.
You can't just take it out there.
Right, I don't wanna just take it out of there. I'll have to call them.
Yeah, we never got up there to look at that other tank. Do we want to?
It's cheaper to get gas over there and it is Scott Smith, even, you know. There's a couple times I got gas at Scott Smith and got gas at the school, and the bill come from the schools, like 30 cents a gallon cheaper over
Adds up pretty quick.
there.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Run into any issues fueling or anything?
I mean, so far it's, you know, we're working with it.
Yeah.
The guy's happy with it?
No, 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 listen. You hear that?
Yeah.
Nothing. So they're getting used to it.
Okay, so,
I mean, it's not like they don't know all the bus drivers too, so, you know.
I know, they wait, they know when the buses leave, buses are gone, I'm gonna go get fuel before I go here, go there, you know.
Yeah.
When we start plowing snow, we might run into.
You adopt to it. Yeah.
well, we got a line, the next line down is 2665, and that's sale of equipment. Now, that's where your truck and whatever
Air
else,
compressor and
air compressor and stuff that we're gonna get rid of will come in. Give me an estimated number.
he said Thursday, they're coming to take pictures, they give him an estimate there.
Say,
No, I'm not talking about the roller.
No.
say 20,000,
But they're
say
gonna,
25. Somewhere in there, I would say 20.
20K. Wow.
he said, they're coming to take pictures and stuff, is gonna be in sale.
Yeah, no, I know what he
And
said, but
And they give him an estimate then, what they thought that.
Well, last time, I mean, it was a year ago, you know.
so
he said
let's
20,
stick,
24.
let's put 20,000 in there. And then you'll know more after Thursday, right?
Yeah, so Thursday he'll do the pictures and they'll put it online, and so by the next board meeting, you know. it should be
We'll
easy.
have a number to act
Yeah,
on.
but
Then
we're
I'll have a
working on the
number for you
budget.
guys, whether you wanna let it go or
but we're working on the budget tonight and I need a number.
Fine.
I just put that in.
Okay.
Good guess, huh?
If it's more than.
If it's more, it'll go in the account and coming back.
Okay,
Oh,
2701. Yeah. We had zero in there for the modified budget and
picked up $3,000.
it's kicked up. How much?
$3,000, 3,000.
I'm looking at 6.
Oh, wow, you got
Oh,
even
it
more.
went up for 3,000.
Where
I
did
was gonna say, in 2 months, so we got a lot of money.
The tonight's,
where'd it come from?
I don't know. Refund of prior year's expenditures. Refund of prior year's expenditures.
Feels like government double talk.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's what we are.
I'm gonna have a questioner on that one.
Yeah.
Gifts and donations, 0.
Wow.
Did she put the extra chips money that we got in?
The extra what?
Inside. Happy anniversary, Gary.
The tree fund, I left it at $100. Unclassified revenues, $100. We're at 143 right now, so we're okay with that. Leave it at 100. Bum. State aid, revenue sharing, 36,400, and Jesus, who knows what's gonna happen next year? But who knows? With Como gone, I don't know whether she's gonna be better or worse. I have no idea. Does anybody else?
What's
Well-
in on mandatory, vaccines, that's nothing but bad news. So many people are losing their jobs. They were heroes here not very long ago, and now they're losing their jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
I saw where-
it doesn't make any sense that when you work for 2 years and you're not vaccinated and everything's on status quo, and now all of a sudden you gotta be vaccinated to hold your job.
Yeah,
There's no,
well, a lot of the truckers are shutting down because of it.
Anybody made the comment on Fox News that there was enough ships lined up out in the Pacific to walk all the way to Japan on? Not
I
get your
know there's
feet
a
wet.
lot of them, and the trouble is, they have to pay so much a day for being parked there, they say.
They also believe
that-
that one of them ships dropped their anchor
Yeah.
and disrupted the pipeline.
Yeah, drag it down the pipeline.
that's what happens when you get to blinding.
Revenue sharing, we budgeted last year at 45.5. It went down 36.4 is what we received. 36.4, I believe, is what I put in. No, I put it back at 45.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever stay there.
I mean, there's been a lot of property transfers over the last 6 months.
Yeah, but this is state revenue sharing that I'm talking about.
Oh,
It's what the governor said last spring that he was gonna take it away, remember?
yeah.
That 46.5 and
But they didn't really,
45.5. And
they didn't ever really do it.
No, they didn't take it away, but we modified the budget to 36.4.
Because we were,
Anticipating.
because, yeah, we received the news that we were gonna get a cut. We cut 10%, right? That would be about
And so
10%,
we've
wasn't it?
received it, which is early because we don't normally get it till November. But according to the tonight's report, we've yeah, no,
No.
September is what I'm looking at.
No, that was what it was.
I'm looking at-
That's what it was in July
July.
too.
Is it?
28.
Yes.
I'm not looking at July,
Yeah,
I'm looking at
okay.
September's, the one tonight, as of the end of September.
So it hasn't changed any since end of July.
But no, it's 8,000 above what,
We budgeted.
okay.
Well, it's on par with the
Hard
last
to
2
figure
years
out those
anyway.
programs, 'cause you don't know what these
Yeah, you don't
idiots are
know,
gonna do.
well, not only do you not know, it's, you have no idea what the hell the economy's doing, you know? You just don't know. I mean,
Yeah, my crystal ball's as cloudy as everybody else.
Yeah.
yeah. So. Federal aid, 0.
Well, you know, that's a good thing, right? We don't need federal aid, so that's good. We didn't have a flood. I don't have my expenditure section with
Well-
me,
Um,
but that doesn't mean we need to stop. If you guys want to keep going.
I guess
No.
the only question that I would throw out right now is on the personal services line, there you got some at 5%, some at 3%. What's the disparity? What's the rationale?
I'll be right back. We'll get into that. That's
Throughout the whole budget. It's 3 to 5.
I don't think she changed all of them.
What?
I don't think she changed all of them,
Oh,
some of them, yeah,
this is 5 in for her, right?
right.
Right. And she told me, just remember, when you're looking at mine, it can go up with no problem at all. Then she started harassing me.
Gonna harass it.
And I said, look at that. She's begging for more money and then she harassing me.
Guess I have a little problem with that consistent across the board. If I'm gonna give a raise.
It has to be the same, that's what it is.
There you
She works.
go. So we only got
She works
6
for-
cameras, so you can go. Unfortunately, there's not a
No.
6 view. You can go down to
Little as
4.
possible.
Definitely. the one you work with.
Yes.
There you go.
See what I have
So
to deal
there's
with?
another-
Yeah,
I feel sorry.
So as soon as you,
what these,
Those if we had, when we have more
Oh,
cameras.
you've only got, there's only
Six
six
down there, right?
Okay, good,
Huh?
okay.
What'd you say?
So yeah, now
Cut
when
your
you go in,
trees
it should
down
just be
for
there
it.
Should
for
be
all.
right there.
And even if I
He's got half.
completely
He's
close
gotta
it,
move the other one.
go in,
Maybe tomorrow, we'll see.
boom, takes you right
Can
back
we
in.
move it now? Well,
There
can
you
we
go.
move the
Okay,
tree
thank
now?
you, sir.
We
You're
can move
welcome.
bushes, but I don't, can we move the tree? Will that bother it yet?
You wanna dig that one tree out of the middle,
Right,
that's the one you want to move over there.
yeah. Because the snow's gonna keep falling on it, breaking it. And it's never gonna be a tree.
What if it wants to be a bush?
It's only gonna be a half thing.
I think we. have
What if that's what it wants to be?
Bring the arm over.
It may identify as a bush and not
Wants it to
identify
be.
as a tree.
The roof definitely wants it to be that.
Okay. Excuse me, Jerry.
Yeah.
Give me the sugar.
No,
Up the top.
I'm just gonna take some over for Bob.
Yeah. Excuses.
Wow.
His hand, it's
I
throwing
know.
in there.
You can play for the Yankees throwing like that.
His arm in there, he better
Definitely
than
not
That was-
quarterback.
Planning board meeting.
That was my left hand, see. I can tell you, my niece from Florida was up for the weekend. Well, her mother and Cheryl's sister and her other sister but she was out there playing with the dog today in the yard. She's 26 years old now. And she picked up the ball and was gonna throw it for the dog, and she went back like that, the ball went toward the road. The dog went that.
You didn't pick on her at all after that,
I'm not known for that.
did you? Yeah.
Okay, what was your question now? 2% or 3% and 5%?
Yeah, there wasn't any consistency on the personal services, somewhere in a 3, somewhere at 5, and was there a rationale behind that, or?
Yeah, everything I put in was at 3. The 5 was put in at
By
by
somebody
somebody
else.
else, and I know you put in 5 for personal services.
Yep.
I did talk to Chris Morris about it, and he told me that's what they were hoping for. So that's that. I don't know.
Just because the cost of living.
It's so high. this
Well,
year.
I agree, and the trouble is, everybody else is.
I'm just
raising
doing
wages,
what they
so-
want me to put in.
No, you're right, you're right. The cost of living is, everything's going up like crazy.
Oh, yeah,
So you mean in the general or both? Which one are you looking at?
general.
I don't know, because I told her to put everything in at 5. I mean 3.
Oh, it's up and down,
Yeah.
zero.
You must have done that, right?
Hmm.
5% for yours?
Yes, I asked for 5.
Okay.
Doug asked for 5. Angela, 5.
What did I put in?
5.
Because when I give her all the
Yeah.
stuff, I said, I want everything that I'm doing. I knew that you've done that. I'm 3%. We'll go from there. So that's the only answer I can give you.
And what kind of, have you come up, what kind of things we can do with this money? For COVID money?
You cannot use it for lost wages. You can use it for lost wages, but you can't use it for,
Future wages.
let's see, the question was brought up at that meeting we had here that night, the 16th of October or September. And the question was brought up about what about the weeks that they stayed home that we paid them for? You cannot use it to recoup that.
That is not lost revenue.
No,
That sucks.
no.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, nobody lost.
it's not.
Who lost?
It's not lost revenue.
We would have paid it anyways.
It's,
Whether
it's,
you
It was
It's not-
budgeted money
it's
and
not-
it was,
it's
it
lost
was,
productivity, it's not lost revenue.
it was unproductive.
Yeah,
We didn't
well,
get nothing for it except everybody stayed home and tried to be safe and keep from getting COVID. But it was budgeted money. It was money that was already there. It wasn't money that we had to go borrow to pay the salaries.
Had they,
So-
had they
And
had,
they didn't lose any wages.
had they had sick time coming, that would have been paid anyway.
Well, they all do that sick time.
Well, yeah, I know, but if, had they been out sick instead of COVID,
Yeah,
it would have been paid anyway.
Sick time recovery.
So it's just,
Yeah. But you can't use it for that. You can use it for premium wages. But you can get into a huge issue with that, because once you pay premium wages for, say, a year, and then the well dries up,
Right, that's a whole.
Then they're
problem.
gone.
now
You're
the
stuck with
premium wage is gone. So
Yeah, that's a real
the
problem.
taxpayers hung with the bill after that.
you can't back it up.
No,
I mean, that's a shame because giving them some premium wages for everything that's gone through wouldn't have been bad, but once you do it, as you're stuck with it, you can't count on that ever happening again. I hope it don't happen again.
so
But as fast as the cost of living is going up, I don't know where it's gonna stop.
Well, I guess,
what is the cost of living right now? Almost 5%, yeah.
It's 6.2 as of starting in January, predicted for 2022. 6.2.
Gonna get higher too. Hell, they're predicting gas out on the west coast right now is 475.
more than that.
is it already?
Well,
almost
475 is what I saw.
I see
but-
some
well, 'cause
signs
they were-
almost 6 to 589.
Yeah. Gas here went up, what, 30 cents or so just in 2 days last week.
Yeah.
Of course, folks in Europe be happy to get that $4 and change a gallon gas.
Yeah.
They're paying 2 something a liter.
I come by,
Sucks to be that.
I was over to Nichols last week and I
Well,
thought,
they're
well,
gonna
I
keep
ought to
going up,
stop
and we
and
don't
fill
have
the
it.
car. It was 319.
Yeah,
I guess I'll wait till tomorrow. I gotta come back over here,
324.
339.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking you stupid idiot.
Just because I didn't want to pump some gas.
Guess what? I had to pump it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
But when Obama was in there, it was almost 4 months ago.
I didn't like that either.
Don't worry.
It was over
Yeah.
for.
It was over for it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'll be there
They'll get there, don't worry about it.
real fast.
Yeah, especially when cold weather starts hitting.
I don't know. Last time it got that high, people stopped driving, and that's when the prices came back down. I think the oil companies figured out that right around $3.50 a gallon, national average is about as high as they can go
Yeah, but
before
now,
people stop.
but now they got us over a barrel. 'Cause everything's gonna come imported
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
People will still quit driving though. When the price of gas gets too high, it happens every time. They stop driving, they park their cars.
Of course, you're going into winter too, headed into winter, people are done up with their vacation.
They're gonna park their cars anyways, yeah. Makes it even easier. Oh, screw you, I'll stay home.
Okay, so,
Watch Netflix.
I haven't done anything, permanently yet you guys got any suggestions for an attorney? I know you all know that Adam turned in his last month. Right?
Yeah.
Right, I have his letter of resignation right here. You might as well file it. I don't need it.
He did? Yes.
yes.
Yeah, he said, please don't consider me for reappointment.
Uh,
I am too busy.
He's too busy and
I
he really
guess,
don't do anything for the town. He admitted to do it, saying that.
so,
What do we need to do? Make some inquiries of Kaufman and Gerhard or a law firm to see who on their staff is municipally minded? I guess
Nichols,
is the term.
Nichols use them. And they have their meetings pretty much same night as we do.
Who?
Nichols.
Yeah,
the thing about Kaufman and Gerhart is, well, when Jeff Jacobs was our attorney, he always jumped back and forth between here and Nichols.
right. Is
Now,
he still
if you-
Nichols'
If you went, pardon?
is he still Nichols' attorney?
I don't.
No,
think so.
Kaufman Gerhart is, but it's a different guy, different person anyway. I'm not sure it's a guy. But if you were to do something like with Kaufman Gerhart, they're big enough so that I guess you could demand somebody to be here.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna have you come in when the meeting's half over and you miss half of the stuff, or, or that kind of thing.
And
And they're big enough where they can do that. They may not be versed in municipal law, but he can record the meeting and take the info back to the firm.
Is that gonna cost us more than what that was?
that's be my worry, that,
They billed by the hour last time.
Yeah.
And if they were only here for an hour and a half, most of them pay about $185 an hour.
well, I know we got a bill from them the other day for this eviction thing. And Craig had called him, and one time he talked for him for 3 minutes, the other time he talked to him 2 minutes. It was $16.70
$16.70.
for the 5 minutes.
Now, is that for the work that they done because of the result of the phone
No, that
calls,
was
or just for the
says
phone call?
call. Says phone call, 3 minutes and 2 minutes.
That's what I feel like on that quote I gave you, like, that they charge a tenth of an hour for each email.
Yeah, I know they break it down.
Well,
are there any other attorneys who are residents of the town that work for,
Not that I'm aware of. And I did ask Adam about it, because he told me that 2 months ago he was gonna do this. And I did ask him about it at that time, and I don't know anybody.
and we don't have any residency requirements on that position, correct?
No,
no,
Well,
Well, yes and no. I think the state law says that if there is an attorney and
In the
it's
town,
credible
who's
and,
willing.
good faith and all that, you have to.
they have right of first
Well,
refusal.
Yeah,
type of
but
thing.
if there isn't, then you have the right to.
Well, I gotta talk to Kirk anyways. Do you want me to ask him if there's anybody he'd recommend?
yeah,
You can do that. I did talk to Fred Luther. Fred is totally retired now,
Yeah,
and he works for Chris Denton as an advisor. And that's all he does, is advice. You don't have any office hours or anything.
yeah,
But
and
he does have an office.
he's a little bit left to center for this boardroom anyways, isn't he?
Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what,
he,
if I'm going into court, I want him on this side of my desk.
Oh, well,
he
agreed.
knows his stuff and everything. The only trouble we had with it, Louis could sit there and he did not say a word, because as soon as the question was asked, Fred wanted to answer it. And he answered, he was just, he was good. He knew what he was talking about and stuff.
Oh, he's very
In other words,
brilliant.
he didn't want me to put my foot in my mouth.
Well, he didn't want anybody. He wanted to,
He wanted to control the
yeah.
messaging.
Yeah.
But I did talk to Fred a little bit a few weeks ago. It was before Adam gave me that letter last week. And I told him that it was possible, would he be interested? And I'd have to let him know. And he said, well, maybe.
Okay,
I'll think it over. And I said, well, I haven't got anything confirmed from Adam yet, except that he told me. And I said, if and when I find out anything, I'll give you a shout and talk to you about it then.
all right.
So I can go that route, pursue that a little bit.
Yeah,
The
like I said,
the best one you get, he mentioned who Fred was working for.
Oh, I agree with you, Bob.
Tremendous.
what's that say?
Bob said he's probably one of the best for municipal law.
Yes.
And I know he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
know, his father was a state trooper in Alaska and his mother was a judge.
All right.
And he knows the law.
He does.
There's no doubt about it. But,
All right.
again, he's retired. Now, my wife said she run into him down Waverly last week, talked to him a few minutes, and he was using a cane. So I don't know. He may not be interested now. This was 6 weeks ago. I don't know, but
Starts with,
You
one
never
meeting,
know.
one meeting a month, you'd have to get out. And
well,
Might do him good. Have to see what he says.
again, he may say no. I don't know.
All right.
So we ready to push
Okay.
till Thursday at this point?
I think so.
I guess.
It's up to you guys.
Motion to recess until Thursday.
Right.
That's all right.
Okay, motion made to recess till Thursday at
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Was it?
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And
Carried.
The guys want to come over and talk about the wages?
Uh,
What's a good time?
that's, they